Hey everyone, Gil here at Camppatton Family Compound. I'm out here working on the rain catchment system, um, the part where I got to hook everything together. So I'm going to be moving the camera around so don't get it's earthquake. No. So, but what I want to show you is this is one of the units that it's going to go on every one of the uh, IBC totes. And so it has a 2-inch cam lock to 3/4-inch pipe thread with a ball valve with 3/4-inch pipe thread on it. Then I have a brass adapter from 3/4-inch pipe thread to garden hose thread. So let me go and I got a couple of these done already. Got a couple more to do. But let me turn this around here and show you some of the stuff I've done already. All right, so let's go down here to the base. So what I have down here is a Y or a 90 with a stub out, whatever you want to call it. It's basically a Y or a T. It's a T actually. And so the 3-inch rainwater pipe for the rainwater comes down and goes on out. And normally it just flow out that way. I'll show you what I did on the other end to make the water back up. When the water backs up here, it'll come up here and go up. So I got a flex 90 on it there, and it comes over here and goes into the tank. What this is for, set it down here. This goes on down here. There we go. And locks on there so that I don't have to use this all the time. This does multiple things. One, reduces from 2-inch down to the garden hose, gives me a valve to turn on and off. And this one here, then now I can turn and open up. These things wear out quick. They're not meant to be open and closed, open and closed, open and closed. So I got it set up here now. So this one here is ready to hook garden hose onto it and run out if I ever get any rain to get more water inside of it. So that is how it gets into here. Now from this one, I'm going to put the same setup on this one here. And then I will just run a short piece of garden hose over here. And I'm going to put one of these down there. And I got the adapter here to go on here. So I can put the garden hose fitting the way it needs to go. And what I'll do is when I open up this one, this side here, when it's on there, water will come in from the tank, this tank here, and flow into that tank there. And then when I need to use the water, I just open up this valve here and the water comes out. I also have I got 2 pumps with 3/4-inch garden hose on them. One is 12 volt, one's 110. So I can hook, once I have these tanks hooked together, I can put the little pump down here, and it'll give me pressure for pumping the water out to water the garden and stuff. All right, so let me show you how this stuff goes together. All right, so got another one here to so these came with the 4 of these came with a roll of Teflon tape. This has got to be the thinnest Teflon tape I've ever seen. Usually I go for something like this, I'll go around it twice, maybe 2.5 times. But with this stuff here, this stuff is just so friggin' thin. I wind up having to go around it multiple times. I just kind of, like I said, this stuff is so thin. This is like a quarter of the thickness of the Teflon tape I normally use. So I want to make sure this doesn't leak here at this point here. Come on, there we go. All right, so that's on tight there. Pop open the, come on. Some of these little Ziploc bags, you buy these things and just don't want to open up right. Now I'll be getting a couple more of these Camlock to pipe thread to go on the water tanks as well. So I get this one here. This stuff's so thin it just kind of blows all around the place. I get on straightened out here. I mean, this stuff's like tissue paper thin. It's translucent. I can practically see through it. Now I'm wrapping it on. I'm wrapping it on the same direction that the garden hose would. I mean that the pipe thread would thread in. So that way it's not if you put it on wrong and you go to do it in, it'll undo the Teflon tape on here. I put it in the same way that it goes on, so it'll tighten up and keep the Teflon tape nice and tight. There we go. All right, so there's another one done. And then this one will go on the next tank. And so basically, the next tank gets this one on it. And then my knife out here. Yeah, sometimes these things just don't want to cooperate. There we go. And this next piece goes on here. Then I can just run from a garden hose from this tank, and then the male end will just go into here, and then another garden hose will go over to the pump, and it'll work like that. So let's take this over here. Now this has what would confuse people as far as being, oh, it's got pipe thread on it. You can just get something, 2-inch, a piece of 2-inch PVC threaded and put on there. Well, this is not 2-inch. This is a 2-inch cam lock, but this is a 2 3/8 or 2 3/16 bulkhead fitting. So you can't, you got to hunt around to find the threads for this, something that's threaded that way. These things are tight going on because of the rubber gasket in there. Dang. This one here is really... Okay, what's going on here? Okay, gasket's fine. That's fine. Oh, okay. There's some dingleberries on here. Let me get my knife out so it doesn't want to slide in there properly. Rough my knife up here. Yeah, because that's right where the cam would try to be at. So there we go. Get that off there. Yeah, this one's going to be a nice tight seal. All right, so this one here is setting on there. Now I just need to run garden hose around. Open this up here, and water will flow back into there. Yeah, sometimes those fittings are a little bit tight. These are the tightest fittings I've had on anything so far. So anyway, so I got one more here to put together, and I gotta go get a couple more of these and order another pair of the those cam locks. So if you're using the IBC totes for either rainwater catchment or your drinking water supply, this setup here is probably the best way to go on it to get the water out. That's why you're not trying to siphon from the top of it. All right. So any questions, put them down in the comments below. I will try to remember to put the link to these cam locks and to these what I got off of Amazon, because it was a lot cheaper to buy the ball valves off of Amazon than it was to go to Home Depot or Lowe's. I got a 8-pack of them. So, all right. So I will see you around, and plant your own garden. All right, I'm back. So I thought of something that someone's going to ask, so I might as well take care of it now. Yes, you can go ahead and plumb this straight to PVC if you want to run a PVC line over to wherever you're actually going to put your pump on it, or however you want to do it. You just get you can get an adapter that's male thread by female slip for PVC, put it in there, and then just run your PVC line around. Or you can get the brass fitting that goes from 3/4 inch iron pipe to PEX, whether it's 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch PEX, and you can just run your PEX line around too. So there's both ways you can do that there. So yeah, you don't have to use garden hose. You can use if you're doing a permanent system where you're not going to be moving it, and you want put something in a little bit more permanent than garden hose, you can do that. All right. Okay. See you around.